We're turning now to a new community-led initiative aimed at restoring and protecting Clare's Peatlands, which has been launched at the Common Knowledge Centre in Kilfenora. Peatlands in practice will see ecologists, educators, cultural practitioners and local communities coming together over the next while through free tours, workshops and events and more besides. And I'm joined for more on this by the Ecosystem Restoration Lead, Ciara Parsons. Ciara, good morning to you.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks for making time for us. What exactly is the Peatlands in Practice project? And for listeners not familiar with Peatlands, why are they so important from an environmental stance?
So I suppose I'll start with environmentally why they're so important. Ireland is approximately almost a quarter peatland, so it's a huge part of our landscape. And they're one of the most important types of ecosystems on Earth because they store vast amounts of carbon, they regulate water systems, and they support unique biodiversity by sort of providing habitat to an abundance of flora and fauna. And when bogs or peatlands are drained or degraded, they sort of change from being a carbon store to being carbon sources. So they release loads of CO2 into the atmosphere, which contributes greatly to global warming and to climate change. And so, and peatlands actually, they store nearly twice as much carbon as the Earth's forest, which I don't think a lot of people are aware of. So when we restore them, we sort of store carbon, we strengthen climate resilience, and then we, of course, support biodiversity as well. So Peatlands in Practice is our new initiative that we're launching at Common Knowledge with support from the NPWS and from the Heritage Council and sort of various other funders that we have. And it's basically a community-led peatland restoration project that's going to be teaching the community how to restore their peatlands and also helping them to understand the beauty and the importance of our bogs. And we will, over the course of 6 months, we'll be engaging with ecologists and wetland experts, teachers, cultural practitioners and the local community to restore the degraded peatlands that we have on site here in Kilfenora, and then also teaching others how they can do the same. So we'll do that we have 10 hands-on workshops. We're going to have 20 tours and an oral history collection project. And then at the end, we'll have a big sort of festival that will engage with other community groups all over Ireland who are restoring their peatlands and teach us what we can do and how to do it the right way, basically. Okay, so loads happening around it. I know you had events quite recently and there's more to come. How did the recent event go and how can people get involved with the upcoming ones? So, we had our first tour the other day. It went really, really well. How can people get involved? So I think the best way to get involved is through our practical hands-on workshops. So the first one that we have coming is on June 27th and 28th with Phelim Harty, who is a local wetland expert. And he's going to be teaching us about the importance of bogs and then teaching us how to actually block drains with sustainable timber dams. So all of our workshops are a nice mix of sort of inside classroom learning and then loads of practical learning out on the land. So that's our first one in June. We have another tour as well happening on the 21st. And then between June to November, we're going to have these 10 workshops that are going to look at different things like the practical kind of building of dams, but also looking at kind of how to monitor and evaluate the peatland health, looking at the biodiversity, thinking of different ways to engage with the community, trying alternative methods using sheep's wool and biochar, looking at how peatlands are, really important in climate change mitigation, and sort of a whole kind of range of different workshops to get involved with.
Okay, and if people want to sign up for them, how can they do so?
They can just have a look on our website, so on the Common Knowledge website, or you can type in Our Common Knowledge /PIP. So PIP is for Peatlands in Practice, PIP. And then on our Instagram as well, we have loads of information there as well. Okay, brilliant stuff. Ciara, thank you very much for joining us. That's Common Knowledge's Ecosystem Restoration Lead, Ciara Parsons, with us on the show.